Hi, everyone. I hope you are doing well and hanging in there amidst all of these crazy, intense energies. It's really too much to get into right now, so I'm not going to dive too much into it. Although we did just enter Scorpio season and we um, just passed a pretty intense, fiery full moon in Aries. As you guys know, Halloween is approaching, the veil is very thin. We just exited Mercury retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, and I think there were some other planets that were also in retrograde and still are, but I know I definitely felt shockwaves with Jupiter and Mercury going direct the same day, and there's just been a lot going on. I'm planning on recording a short video on my Instagram that will be on my Instagram and my Facebook page. So if you want to, check that out as far as some more updates on the energies and what's been happening, what's been going on, then I suggest that you check that out. But I wanted to come on here and do I was feeling called to do a pick a card for you guys, pick a pile. And really the intention of it is kind of as Scorpio season's ushering in, is there a situation in your life that's maybe requiring closure? Is there transformation happening or that needs to happen, or just another message that Spirit wants to give to you? So keep that in mind. Again, this is general. Take what resonates, toss the rest. I'm going to timestamp these. And you guys probably saw the brief picture on the intro, but I've got these cute little cat's eye moons that are just adorable that I got from Sisters of the Stones. You might want to check her out. She's only on Facebook and does live sales where you claim on photos. Very reasonably priced items. That's where a lot of my crystals that are carvings come from. So you guys may want to check her out. As far as the decks go, we are using the Divination deck by me. That information is down below to purchase this or any of the other decks that I have created. We are also using the Everyday Witch Tarot. There is a surprise deck in here, which you will see once I do the reveal for each one. But it's tied to the specific moon that you are choosing, so I don't want to reveal that. Then we have, I believe it's the Fairy Oracle. I can't remember which. It's an old Doreen Virtue one that's out of print now, but I can get you that information if you're interested in looking at it. Trying to find on eBay or something like that. And then we've also got the spell casting oracle cards. I just felt like I wanted to pull these out since it's that time of the year. Halloween, where the veil's thin, I wanted to use a little bit of that theme. So number 1, guys, is the orange cat's eye moon. Number 2 is the blue. And number 3 is the green. So just take a moment and, close your eyes. Think about which one you're drawn to. And like I said, you can even watch all of them if you want. This is number 2. This is 3. Okay, and number 1 is orange. Okay, so without further ado here, we're going to start with the orange cat's eye moon. And we're going to see what comes out here now. Wow. You guys, you can't, I know I didn't shuffle these on camera, but I promise I have not looked at these. I'm just always amazed at how these come out, right? Because as I shuffle, I'm feeling certain things, like this one wants to be with this, and it's just amazing how these things play out. So for your tarot card, which again is the Everyday Witch Tarot, we have got the King of Pentacles, okay? Pentacles, as many of you guys know, those are tied to finances, career, your foundation, your home, those types of things. We've also got extrovert, and the surprise here is that if you chose the orange, I pulled the fire sign vibes clarifier for you, and then if you chose the blue or the green, then there's a different deck that associates with that energy. So I just wanted to play with it and see how that went. So we've got extrovert. We've got everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. And we have, and it's funny because when I saw the King of Pentacles, I was like, something with the career, and boom, career card comes out, right? You guys know you can't make this stuff up. With the divination deck, we have W. Okay, so this could have special meaning for you if your name, your first or last name starts with W. Perhaps your place of employment starts with W. I'm also getting weight, although there is a weight card in this deck which did not come out, but that could have resonance for some of you if you're thinking about making a decision, kind of a rash decision, and that extroverted fire energy. I'm getting kind of like, hold up, slow down. See, everything's okay. And it's interesting because everything's okay, it's like, it's not this like calm, like, oh, it's like, whoa. Like, maybe for some of you, you're so unhappy in the situation that you're in right now that you're like trying to make a rash decision. You're trying to maybe not think in a clear manner. It's like you just want to escape the situation you're in without maybe thinking of the consequences. And what I'm getting to is there is divine timing at play here, where it's like you need to find this balance of going with the flow, manifesting change, but like not rushing into something for the wrong reasons, not rushing into a new job that's not going to bring you peace. I'm getting that like whatever your career path is, it may actually be something that's totally different than what you're used to doing. It might be a totally different career change, right? And so there's like this coming full circle where everything's coming in alignment for you, but like rushing and changing the course that you're on right now might not be the ultimate thing that's going to bring you this peace. I'm also getting there's a need to tap into that fire, that creative spark, right? Because this is the orange, which is associated with the sacral chakra, and that you can, I'm getting you can have your cake and eat it too. This king, he's abundant, he's bountiful, and look at, like, he's got his riches, he's got his wine, he's got his cake, and he's like totally blissful. So you may, what I'm getting is you may be able to wait it out at your current situation. Don't like think you just got to quit and jump right in. If you've been contemplating maybe doing that, jumping into something that's a totally new career, Spirit saying there is time to where you can find balance and do both until the timing is right for everything to come full circle and you can break free. But I feel like some of you are having, you have this like self-imposed pressure that you're putting on yourself to like make a move, and like you feel like what your divine life purpose is and your soul, and like you're not being fulfilled in what you're doing now. But it's like, okay, just let Spirit take control, trust that everything's going to be okay, and don't feel like you have to make a decision now. That's what I'm getting. Just, you've got time, and being in this frantic, like all this fire in the air and like rush, like it's upsetting the flow of the process is what I'm getting. Everything is going to be okay. You've just got to be a little bit more in the flow receptive state, trust, and find that balance where you are being motivated, you are being driven, you are trying to manifest change, right? But you don't put this pressure on yourself where you feel like you have this self-imposed time limit to do it, if that makes sense. I do want to, just for a moment here, let me see what we've got, if I can find it. Oh, here it is, the spell casting. I want to read from the book just to see if it gives you guys any more insight. Career, magical guidance. A daily routine can become rather monotonous, and a new challenge is just what's needed to inject new life into work that's become increasingly dull. A new sense of responsibility and duty is the ideal solution to really make something of yourself. Your soul craves to express itself through your goals and achievements. Whether you wish to be authoritative, creative, hands-on, or just part of a team, this is the perfect opportunity to reinvent yourself in the workplace. The universe supports a career move as you take deliberate steps towards your life purpose. I mean, you guys, you can't make this stuff up. Deliberate steps, not rash, like, rushing into things, right? Follow any signs, ideas, and visions you receive as they point you towards your dreams. You were born for this. Magical meanings. A new career beckons. Promotion is on the cards. A dismissal is a blessing in disguise. So if you're in the situation where you've been let go and you're feeling this pressure, just like, it's like, take this time to know that like everything is going to come full circle and make sense at some point. You're being called into service. Follow your heart. You're fully supported. That is really beautiful. If you guys would like to take a look into your specific situation and schedule a session with me to discuss this or any other items, that information is down below. All right, so we are going to move on to number 2, which, let's see here, guys. Sorry, I'm totally losing track here of things, and it's a long story. Lots been going on. If you see the energy update, you'll know why. Okay, so number 2 was the blue. I apologize, guys. I wanted to make sure I didn't mix it up. I just looked at the picture of the cards that I took. So, blue cat's eye. I'm getting this is kind of similar energy to number 1, but I feel like there's a crossroads here, but I feel like perhaps you're not as motivated and desirous of like knowing like which way you want to go. Okay, I feel like group 1, they have a clear set path in mind, like either what they're doing no longer serves them, they know they have to break free from that, and or they kind of have in mind like, I know what my life purpose is, and they're just anxious to get to that finish line, right? I feel like group 2, which it's funny because, you know, you guys have, if you chose the blue, water sign vibes was your clarifier deck, so there's that gentler energy for that. So you've got the Chariot, which the Chariot typically depicts, fast forward movement. It's a major arcana. What's interesting to me, you guys know I read the decks by the images. This woman here, she doesn't know which way to go. She's at a crossroads, which is an interesting image. It's not typical. It's not a typical connotation for the Chariot. But she's like, I don't know which way I want to go next. But she does know that where the road she's on is leading somewhere else. Okay. Her happiness is not, where she is right now. Her happiness, I feel like she's like looking always like it's like the next thing. And so what I'm getting is, I'm getting that there's a lot of dreamy energy going on, kind of like always like moving forward, but then not knowing where to go. It's like searching for the happiness, searching for the next best thing, searching for something outside of you, where it's like X marks the spot, right? I was trying to figure out where this X came in. X marks the spot. It's like right here. Just look down, like within you. The key is like all right there. It's like within you. You can't keep just like going forward on this road and looking for like signs. Yes, there are signs that guide you, and that's important, but you have to really start relying on your own intuition, not things outside of you to make you happy, but like to say, what is it that I really am looking for, to try to like hone in and mark, this is what I want, and set clear, concrete goals that you can pursue. And the reason I was getting like the dreamy energy, right? We've got Pisces. Pisces can be very much head in the clouds, fantasy, like this is not, like they're very, it's about the imagination. And if you want to look at it in a negative way, I mean, the word delusion is kind of right, but it's like you keep thinking that you're going to get to the finish line, and it's like this imaginary thing, right, that you're going to keep like grasping and reaching for something, and you're not, and you like aren't hitting it and finding this like treasure, right? The X meets the spot. But it's like, what I'm getting is you've got to like, I keep hearing like a concrete foundation for what it is you want, right? It's not like, yes, fantasies are nice, but like, how can you bring what it is that you want into fruition? How can you actually make it happen? And so the advice from Spirit is practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. So I'm getting that some of you have fear holding you back. Some of you are indecisive, like you may just say, oh, I want to pursue this course of study or this skill, and then like it's like a fantasy, or like you don't follow up, like you decide, well, but that would require training and I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or it would require this. And like at some point you've got to actually like slow down the horse, right? I mean, typically the chariot, she's on a motorcycle, but typically it's like a horse. Stop the horse, like, and focus, like, just stop and focus on grounding your dreams so that you can bring them into reality. I feel like there's an imbalance here. There's like too much flow almost. Okay, if that makes sense. Whereas group one, you guys were too much in the like action mode, like go 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 go, like I know what I want, I'm going, and not letting kind of like spirit guide you and the divine flow of everything happen. This pile, I feel like, is too much in that flow, right? It's like, well, like I think if I keep driving, like I'm going to find this and I'm going to go this way and see where, well, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And like, I'm just going to fly it around. And I think that would make me happy, but I don't know. And there's nothing, I mean, this is not anything that's, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just your dreams aren't manifesting because you have to actually put the physical, tangible effort in to bring it into existence, if that makes sense. If there's something that you want to be doing, you've got to actually take, put in the time, put in the effort, put in like to the time to learn the skills. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to read the happiness card from the spellcasting oracle and see what it says here. Maybe. In the quest for happiness, you need to decipher what it is that truly gives you a cheery disposition. I just say you got to figure out exactly what you want. This may be through a loving relationship, securing a top job, gaining popularity, acquiring new clothes, purchasing a shiny car, being surrounded by pets, or going on holiday. Yet the key to happiness is to see joy and perfection in absolutely everything, which in turn gives you a buzz of magic from deep within. The feeling of elation is what you wish to experience. So focus on the positive and be the one to turn frowns upside down. Get everyone smiling. When you choose happiness, your mood is elevated and you tap into limitless supply of joy. Happy days. Magical meanings. An event has a very happy outcome. Actively seek out situations that are positive and uplifting. Good news arrives. Happiness is yours. A happy outcome is assured. So that's the thing too. I think some of you are afraid, like you keep going up here and you're expecting like immediately to be happy. And it's like external situations like can't make you happy. The joy has to start within you. And so I really like what that advice in the book said about, finding joy and gratitude in every single moment. Once you start finding happiness to where you don't need anything outside of yourself, then you can really start saying, all right, I'm really happy just doing this. I'm really happy doing this. Well, how can I do this more often? How could I bring this into a career? How can I bring, if you're happy being creative, for example, how can I use my creative spark? How can I use my writing talents, or whatever that is, my artistic abilities? And once you start finding that joy, and it's like you're going to start attracting more of that, but I feel like you're going to be then more in your intuition, less in your head, and you're going to flow more, but flow with purpose, if that makes sense. Not flowing seeking validation, not attaching to like, I'm going to go here and, oh, this isn't giving me what I want. This isn't giving me what I want. You already have everything you need within you. So then you start just knowing by the energetic vibration that you're feeling, like once you vibrate joy, you get to a situation that doesn't bring you joy, you don't even have to think about it. You just know, like, no, I don't resonate with this. I'm going to move on to that. I'm going to move on to that. And then it just starts becoming more effortless. But I'm getting like flow with purpose. Okay. So I hope that makes sense, guys. And if you would like to look into your specific situation, that information is down below. So let's do pile 3, the green. And you guys can probably guess which vibes deck is going to be the clarifier, earth, because it's green. All right, but first we've got the divination deck. Wow, I can't believe how many. I feel like nothing, there's no specific intention set for these guys, but I feel like all of these, most of them have been tied to career. I feel like for some of you, I mean, you're definitely on the right path, I think, to pursuing your life purpose. I think some of you might be frustrated that it's not happening as quickly as you would like it to. Whereas, the king is like the achievement of the goal, right? The knight is like they're still the novice. They're still like on their way. So number one, you guys, if you didn't watch number one, it's a spoiler, but number one is the king. He's reaping his rewards. He's got his cake. He's eating it too. He's already there. He's in the financial abundance. Some of you have been working at this for quite a while, trying to make a living, maybe fulfilling your life purpose. And you're just like, gosh, I keep just moving forward. I keep putting money into my business. I keep putting time, but like it hasn't taken off the ground, right? He's not like, he's on a broomstick. He's got one foot on the ground and it's like, it's not flying. It's not taken off. Why? I feel like there's kind of some stubborn energy here. Because we've got the bull, which is the Taurus, and that's the stubborn, like, total stereotype, right? The stubborn energy. There's the stubborn energy maybe of like you thinking that if I start putting money into my business, or I start putting this time, or if I do XYZ, I'm going to get XYZ result. And I think maybe having too much expectation on the financial return, which I know, why wouldn't you if you're putting money and time into your business? I feel you. But at the end of the day, I think what Spirit's saying, it's more about focusing on the life purpose and the joy in it, right? There's too much bogging you down, I think, worrying about money right now, which is easy to say, right? Because it's like money makes the world go round. It's still that way. We live in a three-dimensional, third dimension society where a world where you have to have money to survive. But it's like as above, so below. It's like, I think there's too much focus on the pinnacles right now. And that's like weighing you down and taking you out of like that flow, of that divine flow of like, and it's a delicate one. Trust me, I know. Where if you just are if you're too worried about money, you're too stubborn, you're in your head, you're bogged down and you can't soar. And then you don't have things just flow to you, right? If you're not in that, you can't be in that, I guess where I was going with this, the joy, the vibration of joy, you aren't there. If you're too bogged down with the pinnacles and the worry and the stubborn energy, like, well, I've done this and this and this, why isn't this happening? Right? So what Spirit is saying is it's time to get, connect back with nature, and just be still. Because I'm getting like this resistance energy. It's like, I'm doing this to where you're not enjoying the true like spirit and essence of the gifts you have, because you're so focused on making a living at it. So it's time to, you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So connect with nature is definitely the clear vibe, the clear advice here and vibe. Especially with the green and the earth signs. I mean, clearly you were drawn to that for a reason. The divination deck clarifier was H. That's where I was picking up on things aren't happening the way you would like. You also, you could have a first or last name with an H. You also, this just could be significant to you for some other reason, the name of your business, something like that. I also was getting holiday, like you need to take a holiday, like you need to take, and that's maybe the nature, like just go somewhere if you can. I mean, even if it's just to like a local preserve, like a nature preserve, and just get by the water, watch the sunset or watch the sunrise, depending on your preference, and just be still, and things will start flowing to you. I know that's hard to hear because you feel like the more effort you put in, right, the more that's going to come back to you. Sometimes when you're in too much resistance, you push things away. Okay, that's the message I'm getting for you guys. Let's see what the life purpose card says here. And I forgot to mention it. I'm just reading like the little excerpt, but there are spell incantations where it tells you like certain crystals to use, and like if you actually want to do a spell, like nothing, it's not like voodoo or anything like that, but like kind of like a ritual, like to bring like about certain things with the card that you pulled. So it's a really cool deck if you want to check it out. Okay, but life purpose, you have an important life purpose, and it's time to stop playing it safe. You've always felt different and special, but life has just got in the way. And that could be another message to you guys, where you're not willing to let go of that pinnacle to fly into your spiritual life purpose mission, right? It may not be that you've put too much into your business hasn't taken off. You're putting too much time into your day job and not trusting that you can actually fly and have that success. So like you're not willing to let go of that pinnacle and take off. So that could be where that's coming from. Life has just gotten in the way. Even though you felt a calling, you're not actually sure it is what you're meant to do. The light of your inner knowing beckons you to take the steps to embark on a new task while embracing a positive attitude. As the sun comes out to greet you, it highlights the path you're to take. That's where I was getting up the sunrise meditation. There may be diversions along the way, but each is designed to fuel you with the gift of experience that your soul requires in order you to complete your mission. So this sort of looks like a diversion too. Like he's like seeking like this, and it's like you are learning and you're picking up those lessons. But just I'm getting like, don't ever think it's too late to start to fulfill your divine life purpose either. Magical meanings. A spiritual experience changes your view, which you could have when you get out in nature, right? Something might speak to you. Trust your intuition. A new venture beckons. Consider your options carefully. Seek adventure. Embrace your life to the full. So that is a beautiful message. And like I said, to the other piles there, if you didn't see them, if you would like to look into your specific situation, that information is down below. Thanks so much, guys. I hope these were helpful for you. Take care.